If you died today, would the majority of the people who knew you say that you had something to do with the direction of their life? Would people want to walk in your footsteps? Would you have left stones unturned? If you died today, would you remember the last funeral you attended? Would the last words that your family remembers you saying to all of them is, "I love you"? Would you have made a difference? Would your last 24 hours be something that you would be proud of? If you died today, would your children know that you love them unconditionally? Would you have touched a stranger's life? Would you be remembered as always being positive? If you died today, would your spouse know that you cherish them? Would you have gotten out of your comfort zone? Would you have kept your promises? If you died today, would you remember the last book you read? Would you have done what you wanted to do no matter the sacrifice? Would you have seen what you wanted to see no matter the cost? If you died today, would the last thing your spouse remembers is the passion that lives between you? Would your parents be proud of you? Would you remember the last song you sang? If you died today, would your children remember the last time you kissed them on the forehead? Would you have dipped your toes in the water? Would your mother know you missed her hugs and kisses? If you died today, would your father know you loved him? Would you remember the last sunset you watched? Would you have made something with your hands? If you died today, would you have organized your family's reunion? Would you raise a glass to the legacy that you have left behind? Would you remember the last time you just sat and listened? If you died today, would your grandfather remember the last time you went fishing together? Would your siblings remember the last time you wrestled? Would you have climbed your mountain? If you died today, would you have held your pet in your arms as they pass? Would your grandmother remember the last time you cooked together? Would you have laughed so hard you couldn't breathe? If you died today, would you have drunk from the garden hose? Would you remember the last time you ran barefoot in the grass? Would you remember the last time you held a baby?